Yesterday was the festival of Remembrance, whereby we honor the soldiers who have fallen in the line of duty. And senior members of the royal family were present. You have William, K. Milton, Charles, and Camilla were also there, present at the festival of Remembrance. In my family, despite having senior members of the royal family present at the festival of Remembrance, my family, people online were asking for Prince Harry. Royal experts were dreaming about Harry being there, were thinking of Harry, despite them having senior members of the royal family being there at the festival of Remembrance. My family, for example, I want to read you a headline from a different media outlet. Here is the headline, and I quote, Prince Harry's absence at Royal British Legion Festival of Remembrance sparks calls for Duke to come home. I want to repeat that. I want to repeat that headline. Prince Harry's absence at Royal British Legion Festival of Remembrance sparks calls for Duke to come home. But guess what? You can call as many times as you want for Prince Harry to come home, to come back to Britain. But guess what? Harry is already home. You know? Harry is already home. And he told you that already. That he is at home, my family. And their home is in Montecito, where Harry lives with Meghan, Archie, and also Lilibet Diana. My family. Once again, we keep having these individuals not accepting that Harry already has chosen, and that he has chosen Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet. And he'll always choose Meghan, Archie, and also Lilibet Diana, my family. My family, let me read you even what this so-called headline, this article written, what it has said, my family. And I quote, my family, that one person wrote online that the acknowledgement of the Invictus Games at the Festival of Remembrance was astounding. We would love to have you home, Prince Harry. Harry already is at home. Harry already is at home. And his home is where Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet Diana are. One other person said, my family, this is brilliant. It's a brilliant segment devoted to the excellence of the Invictus Games. My family, basically, during the Festival of Remembrance, participants of the Invictus Games were there. My family. And you can see just how much the Invictus Games has touched their lives. And I can imagine William, Kate, Charles, and Camilla just watching. Veterans and people from all across the world who, my family, were watching the Festival of Remembrance. They can see the work that Harry has done. You know? And even someone said that, thank you, Prince Harry, for what you've done with the Invictus Games. And they'll never take that from you. Because people have seen of how the farm have been trying to take everything from Prince Harry. Because they can't stand it that Harry chose, and that he chose Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet Diana. And then you always choose Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet Diana. Always and forever. One person said that, you know what? It's so sad that Prince Harry isn't at the Festival of Remembrance. Given the tribute to the Invictus Games. One person said that, my family. And because these media outlets have been observing what people are saying online, they came up with this headline saying that Harry's absence at Royal British Legion Festival of Remembrance sparks calls for Duke to come home. Harry already is at home. Harry already is at home. And his home is wherever Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet are. There is his home. And my family, we have seen how the fam, from William to Charles to Kate and Camilla, they have sent a message. They don't want Harry's biracial family. And if they think that somehow they'll get Harry back alone, back in Britain alone, without Meghan or Archie or Lilibet Diana, then my family, they aren't well. They aren't well. Royalists are crying. They are crying so much. Their tears are so much enough to even, become a flood. And the voices behind those tears are like, Harry, come home. Harry, come home. Harry, come home. Haven't you been listening? Haven't you been listening to what Harry has always said? Haven't you listened? Haven't you been paying attention to Harry's very own words? Or what? Do you choose to ignore what Harry has told you? I'm thinking you want to ignore what Harry has said. His home is where Archie, Lilibet, wherever they are, that is his home. Where Archie, Meghan, and Lilibet are, that is Prince Harry's home. And whether the tabloids like it or not, they must understand that Harry is not coming back to the arms of his abusers, because every single day they are begging, Harry, come back, Harry, come home, Harry, come back, Harry, come home, Harry, come back, Harry, come home. Every single day is the same rhetoric. I mean, my family, let me remind all of us and everyone who still doesn't know what Harry said. Harry's very, very own words, my family. Straight from Harry.
Just seeing Archie running across the lawn and this big smile, but this is the world that he knows. He spent his first 5 months in Windsor, that was it. This is home to him, this is home to Lily. You need to walk away. And this is our home.
This is home to Archie, this is home to Lilibet, and this is our home. This is our home. My family. Harry, Meghan, Archie, Lilibet, their home is in Montecito, my family. And every single time, Charles has been sending that message. He doesn't want, both Harry and Meghan in Britain. Charles has been sending that message. And he's the king. He's the king. He has been sending that message. However, the Rota, who cover the royal family, those royal experts who cover members of the royal family and get leaks from the royal family to brief against Harry and Meghan, as the palace briefs against Harry and Meghan. Normally, they're like, oh, you know what? Charles is a sad grandfather. He misses Lilibet Diana. He's so sad about this rift, the pain of this rift. But you know what? It's Harry's fault because of his memoir spare. And what he has said, you're my family. Time and time again, it is Charles, it is William, it is Kate, it is Camilla. They're the ones who are briefing against Harry and Meghan. But they want to be angry because Harry responded. Because the spare was never ever supposed to respond. He was supposed to take everything thrown at him. He was supposed to stand there and watch as the farm, the institution, used its power to destroy the woman he loves. My family, I can even remember Harry's very own words of his pain at what was being done to Meghan by his own countrymen and countrywomen. My family, by his own countrymen and countrywomen. You know? My family, please kindly hear Harry's very own words in his memoirs Spare. And I quote, I vented about my family, Pa and Willie, Camilla. I frequently stopped myself mid-sentence at the sound of passers-by outside the window, if they ever knew. Prince Harry in there yapping about his family, his problems, all the papers would have a field day. Which led us on to the subject of the press. Farmer ground, I let fly. My own countrymen and countrywomen, I said, showing such contempt, such vile disrespect to the woman I loved. Sure, the press had been cruel to me through the years, but that was different. I was born into it, and sometimes I'd ask for it, brought it on myself. But this woman has done nothing to deserve such cruelty. Prince Harry, first of all, you never ever deserved the press abuse. And also, Harry, let me just tell you this. When it comes to those who are racist, they are so full of hatred for someone like me because of the color of my skin. You know? Because of the color of my skin. And that's exactly what they felt about towards Meghan. You know? And Prince Harry, by now you've seen the level of hate that someone who is racist can have for someone like me. You have seen that happening to your own wife, the mother of your kids. And I'm so sorry, Harry, that you had to watch the woman you love be cruelly mistreated by the press. I'm so sorry. I'm very, very sorry. And my family, basically, just reading this stuff, I read this because every single time you hear someone be like, oh, you know what? Harry, come home. Harry, come home. But then that person also, whoever says that, continues to disrespect Harry himself. Because my family, you forget that Harry already has a family, that Harry already has a wife, children to keep safe, to protect. But because you want Harry back in Britain performing for you, you know, doing the hard work to make the other lazy or dull members of the royal family look better, look like they're doing something. You want Harry back to perform and come and do, the work. My family, you forget that he has a family to protect. He has a wife. He has children to keep safe. He has children who, my family, need their father. And clearly, whoever keeps on having this rhetoric, oh, Harry needs to come back to the UK. Oh, Harry must come back home. Then forgets to mention Meghan, Archie, Lilibet Diana. Those individuals are showing more disrespect towards Harry himself. Not just towards Meghan or Archie or Lilibet, but also towards Prince Harry. Because his family, which is Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet, so that we don't get confused, they need Harry. Meghan needs a husband. Archie and Lily need their father. And to Prince Harry, that is his number one priority, protecting his family, keeping them safe. Keeping them safe. But guess what? If only Harry's fellow countrymen and countrywomen had treated Meghan with respect, with love, then guess what? Harry would be in Britain. If they had accepted Meghan as the woman that Harry loves and respects the mother of Harry's kids, then Harry and Meghan would be in Britain. But time and time again, we have seen not just Charles, but also William and UK media constantly showing enormous disrespect towards Harry's family, towards Meghan, towards Archie, towards Lilibet, my family, them in particular, Meghan, Archie, Lilibet. And then the next day they're like, you know what? We miss Harry. Harry should be here. As they abuse the woman that Harry loves. Will they ever learn? Will they ever learn? Because my family, I have paid attention to Harry's very own words. I have listened to his words. Even whenever I form an opinion, I try to form an opinion based on what Harry has said. Always. You know? Prince Harry said that, you know what? I had to see for myself what was happening. This abuse, this cruelty towards Meghan, towards his son. And then he, Harry, made the decision to take Meghan and Archie and flee Britain. Flee his home in Britain. You know? Because he saw with his own two eyes what was happening. And then the press that was bullying and abusing Meghan Markle, tormenting Meghan, blamed Meghan for Harry leaving. Because they only expected that Meghan would be the only one who left. And to this day, they have never ever been the same ever since Harry fled Britain. You know? First of all, rose stories and drama have dried up. And they want so badly for Harry and Meghan to offer themselves up. That way, they can have something to write, something to exploit, someone to exploit. And they want it to be Harry and Meghan, and not just them. Their children, their kids, Archie, Lilibet, Diana. And that's why you're having these stories. Oh, you know what? Harry, wants to get a place in the UK, wants to buy a home in the UK. Harry wants to return to Britain. He is willing to say sorry to Charles and William. But Charles and William aren't willing to say sorry to Prince Harry for the pain they've caused him. It's always Harry or Meghan that they're the ones who are expected to give an apology. But the ones who have put them through so much suffering, the ones who have been briefing against Harry and Meghan, the person who authorized his employee to issue a statement against Meghan in court, no one expects him to say sorry to Meghan, to say sorry to Harry. Nobody. But as always, it's Harry. He's the one who is willing and ready to get on his knees with a tail between his legs to say sorry to Charles and William and beg them to take him back. You know? While trying to spread this narrative, you know what? Things have gotten bad in Montecito, and that Harry wants to come back to the UK. Harry is miserable. He's unhappy. He wants to return. They're so desperate for that narrative. And they're hoping they can lie so much that somehow those lies become a reality. When are they going to understand that it is abuse that drove Harry away? In the first episode of the Harry and Meghan documentary, weren't they watching when Harry said, there was so much hate directed towards my wife and my son? But people will tell you it has nothing to do with race. When even Harry's son Archie has been targeted, they'll tell you it has nothing to do with race. Those who are targeting Harry and Meghan will tell you it has nothing to do with race. My family, we who use common sense know it has everything to do with race. So my family, as a father, as a husband, Prince Harry's responsibility is towards Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet, and always he'll put them first. Always, always, he'll put them first. Yes, he loves the military. But guess what? Harry loves his family more. Meghan, Archie, Lilibet. But some individuals want Harry, like Margaret, like Princess Margaret, to give up those he loves to go back to Britain and perform for the media. Perform for the media. Give them something to talk about. So that the royal writer can have stories to write about the royal family. So they can pay their bills, exploiting Harry. You know, my family, a person who wants you to lose your wife, your children, and give them up, that person doesn't mean well to you, my family. They don't. They want Harry to be a failed father like Charles. That is what they want off of him. You know, if he's a failed father, then my family, to the media, he'll become the perfect father. Because a failed father is one who will, you know, hand over his children to the UK tabloid press. And already, number one, royal experts have requested for Prince Harry to give them access to his kids, telling him, you know what, Harry, you'll get good press if you do it. Already, the message has been sent. Somehow, for you to be a good father, you must hand over your children to the British press, to the British tabloid press. My family, don't forget, Archie and Lilibet are biracial. If you think the UK tabloid press would treat them well, you are very mistaken. You are very, very mistaken. The media in Britain is full of racism. They were never going to treat Archie or Lilibet well. You know, even I understand why they normally even ask for Harry only. Because they know, my family, they don't want Archie, Meghan, or Lilibet because of their race. Because of racism, my family. And they want Harry to lose his family, a family he loves. Meghan, Archie, Lilibet. You know? And Harry, even in the Harry and Meghan documentary, he said he's so proud to be a father to Archie, Lilibet, who are biracial. He says he's proud. But yet, trolls and members of the Rota want Harry to lose those he loves. Want Harry to give up his family. Like what, you know, happened to Margaret, who was forced to give up the person she loves. And she was miserable. They want the same thing to happen to Prince Harry. For what? First of all, to prop up Prince William. Secondly, to see Harry on his knees, broken. You know? So that what happens to other spares also happens to Prince Harry. To see him destroyed, out of the public eye, out of the public limelight, my family. That William can stand while Harry is on his knees. That is what they want to see. You know? And my family, I pray they never ever succeed in destroying Harry's family. Being Meghan, Archie, and also Lilibet, my family. I say this because there appears to be constantly a confusion about who is Harry's family. The press in Britain want to forget or erase Archie Lilibet from the history books. Time and time again, even Meghan. That is what the press wants, my family. That's what the farm wants. Why do you think that Charles put his coronation on the same day as Archie's birthday? Why do you think that Charles put the date of his coronation on the same day as Archie's birthday? He did that because whenever it's Archie's birthday, Charles wants people not to think about Archie. Charles wants for people to think of that day as the day commemorating, as the day that is meant to commemorate, you know, Charles' coronation. That is what Charles wants. So my family, the message is loud and clear of how the farm don't want Harry and Meghan's kids. You know, Archie, Lily Betana. The message is loud and clear. You know, and anyone can be able to see this message. So, my family, you tell me, do you think those saying, Harry, you need to come back home to Britain, and they don't mention Archie, Meghan, Lily Betana, do you think they mean Harry well? My family, the short answer is no, they don't. They don't mean Harry well. And they've never ever wished, or mean Harry well. Never. Not William, not Charles, not Kate or Camilla. They just want to see Harry destroyed. Like what happens to other spheres. And every single day Harry thrives outside of the institution. Clearly, even from the Byline Times exclusive. The firm did not want to see Harry and Meghan thrive, succeed outside of the institution. They did not want that. And that's why they did everything in their power. They played dirty, even endangered Harry and Meghan, just to scare Prince Harry into returning back to the UK alone. My family, I won't ever forget the words of this carnival or so-called expert called Christopher Wilson, who said, after the 1 year review period ended, my family, he said that it was hoped that Harry would come back home alone without Meghan or Archie. My family. Also remember that Owen Scobie, basically called out what Christopher Wilson said. And my family, Wilson responded to Owen Scobie, who had said that, what you're saying is really, really cruel. So wrong and cruel what you're saying. And Wilson responded to Omid Scobie and said that, like you, Omid, I repeat what I'm told. I repeat what I am told. So clearly, he got that message from the palace, from the royal family. And they don't want Meghan or Archie or Lilibet. And every single time you see, we miss Harry, we want him back home. Every time you see that, and they ignore Archie, Meghan, Lilibet, my family, those individuals don't want or mean Harry well. They don't mean Harry well. They want Harry to have the fate as the late Margaret, lonely, miserable, and forced to give up the person she loved. That is what they want for Prince Harry also. Him back inside the gilded cage, miserable. My family, that is what they want. That way they can say that, he chose duty over family. Like what happened to Margaret was miserable for the rest of her life. They said she chose duty over love, Same thing they want for Harry. He chose duty over love. Margaret was miserable. They want the same thing for Prince Harry. My family, I want you to hear what Robert Jobson, my family, has even said really about him practically begging really for Harry to come back, my family. Please kindly please hear this, my family. Harry is never going to abandon Meghan or Archie or Libet like how this carnival of so-called experts want him to. My family, Harry is not coming back to abuse, to the arms of his abusers, my family. If he ever does that, it just means that my family, they've succeeded in destroying him. My family, because he will be destroyed and he'll have the fate of the other spares. My family, that is not a good fate. It's a miserable, lonely, and unhappy fate. My family, please kindly look at this, please, my family.
And Prince, what I think that the king must be feeling is what a waste. Because you see, for him, it's great that he's doing these things, but he would probably like him to. I think it would be probably better for Harry if he'd stayed within an organisation like the army or the armed forces, but he just, he didn't want to just be like and fly a desk, is what he said to me. And I just think that if he'd been supported in that way, he would have been doing so many things for the royal family now that he would have probably enjoyed
enjoyed. You know, he hates the idea that he's not Captain General of the Royal Marines. That was the title that his grandfather, the Duke of Edinburgh, had, and he hates the fact that he's lost all these positions. Particularly, you know, when we saw at Queen Elizabeth's funeral that both he and Prince Andrew were the only two that weren't allowed to wear their uniform, and they both sort of served frontline.
Yeah,
you know, it just seemed wrong to me at the time. But all I would say is I do believe that he cares deeply about this, but I just feel it's slightly, and I just hope it continues that he's able to do it. But if he'd been in the royal family and not gone down this path, I think he'd have been hugely beneficial to the country and he could have done even more.
My family, have you heard that? That if Harry had not left, he could have done so much more. Once again, Robert Jobson whinging about Prince Harry, being like, if you hadn't left, you could have kept these military roles that you love so much. My family, whenever the royal family finds out what Harry loves, as I said in my previous video, when the royal family finds out that this is what Harry loves, that is what they choose to target. My family, that is what they choose to target time and time again. They're using these things, roles that Harry loves so much against Prince Harry. You know? That is what they're doing, my family. And it's so bad what the royal family is doing, my family. It's so bad. You know? For example, as I said in my previous video, the royal family found out that Prince Harry, who told them what Meghan and I don't want to lose is security. Please, we want to stay alive. And what did the royal family, what did William and Charles choose to take away? Security. Security. What Harry pleaded to keep. Prince Harry cares about the military. My family, he cares about paying respects to veterans who have fallen in the line of duty, some of whom are his friends. My family. And when Harry requested the palace to lay a wreath on his behalf, for someone to lay a wreath on his behalf, what did the palace do? They said no. My family, they said no. The palace targeted then Harry, the woman that Harry loves, and continues to target the woman that Harry loves constantly, the mother of his children. Whatever Harry loves is constantly targeted. And the people who are targeting everything that Harry loves want to tell you or lie to you that they care about Prince Harry, that they wish Harry well. Oh, if Harry hadn't left Britain, then he could have kept this position, these roles in the military that he loves so much. My family, trying to make him regret leaving the royal fold. Why? Because of his positions that Harry had. Because of causes he loves so much, he cares deeply about. They want Harry to regret. My family, there's one thing that Harry will never ever regret. Never. Is protecting his family. Because clearly I can see that, the farm and the media want Harry to regret choosing his family, choosing Meghan, choosing Archie, choosing Lilibet Dana. My family, Harry is never ever going to regret that, choosing his family. And all these abusers who are targeting what Harry loves, my family, I can say honestly, in my opinion, are the worst kind of individuals. Are the worst. Target what a man loves. To use what he loves against him. To hold it over him. Like something, what can I say? Like pawns in this game. This constant Game of Thrones, kind of game going on between members of the royal family, where each one is battling for who will receive the most attention, who will be the most popular. My family, Harry wants no part of that game. Harry refuses to be used by the media and the farm in this game. And he's told them, I will not play this game. This game, he says, that took the life of his mother, Diana. He has told them. that I would much rather be destroyed by the press than play these briefing games. Harry has told them, but like they refuse to listen. They're using things that Harry loves to try and make Harry come back and play the game, come back and rejoin the royal fold, abandon his family for a military role. My family? Really? 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 For a position? You leave your family for a position. That's what they want for Prince Harry. My family, Harry, will never ever abandon the mother of his kids or his children for a position. Harry will not, my family. Harry will not. Even someone said that Harry is not coming back. The tabloids and the minions never thought Prince Harry would have taken the drastic step of picking up his family and running like hell. Robert Jobson and his pals spent majority of their time lying about Meghan and spreading misinformation about, Harry and Meghan, hoping the attacks will scare Harry and Meghan into returning. Will scare Harry, because it's Harry who they want, into coming back. Harry is not coming back. Harry is not coming back. He is not. And it's high time the carnival of so-called experts understand that. Even someone said that had Harry stayed, he wouldn't have done more because the royal family saw his star power, his potential, which clearly overshadowed William and Hamilton. And that's why they targeted everything that Harry loves. They removed Harry from the military, pushed some of Harry's projects back in order not to overshadow William and Hamilton. His job was to follow William and Kate around and prop them up and do nothing and achieve nothing in life. And if he ever achieved anything, William should take credit for Harry's achievements. That is what they wanted, my family. That is what, William wants. So the farm, Charles wants my family to take credit for Harry's, achievements. My family, there are things that they've been able to take away from Prince Harry, but what they won't take away is what Harry has done with the Ian Victor's games, the lives that he has touched. The farm are trying so hard to destroy Harry and Meghan's marriage, to destroy their love for each other, to ruin Archie and Lilibet's right to have both parents living under the same roof, in love and happy. The farm and UK media, by targeting Meghan constantly, they're trying to abuse Meghan out of Harry's life. They keep trying to do that, hoping that will make Harry come back to Britain. My family, abuse drove Harry and Meghan away. Abuse won't make Harry and Meghan come back to the arms of the abusers. And the sooner the carnival of so-called experts understand that, the better. The sooner they understand that, the better. My family. And this time, for the first time in history, the spear will not and shall not be destroyed. My family, now tell me your thoughts about what we have just discussed, my family. But first of all, please kindly look at this one more clip of what Robert Jobson said about, Prince Harry, my family. Please kindly look at this clip.
After I broke the story that he was quitting the army, and I said, "What are you going to do next?" And he said to me very straightforwardly, I really don't know. You'll probably know before me. And I thought, oh, enough of the sarky comments. But he then started talking seriously about rehabilitation of servicemen. And he remembered that Invictus hadn't actually started then. So it was something that he's taken. He took the idea from America and he's developed it and done a damn good job with it. And I think everybody will agree, particularly the veterans who have suffered mentally and physically. He's done a terrific job. Now, of course, and I hope it continues, I really do. Now he's in America. I think, having been over to America, where he went and visited. I was with him when he visited a hospital in Washington, and the way they treat their ex-service personnel and their injured service personnel is so superior to what we do in this country. They really respect them. They really give them the state-of-the-art equipment. You know, there'll be people that have suffered, but they really treat them with respect. And I think that this is a terrific thing that is done out there, and Megan and him. And I think that the centre, from what I could see, was a joy. When you look at people that over here, there's a mate of mine, Ben McBean, who's lost an arm and a leg, and was actually on the plane with Harry when he came back out of Afghanistan. You know, after you've come back and there's no, they just get the basics patch up. There's no camaraderie, which they miss terribly. We're dreadful in what we do for our service personnel. You know, we say we do our best, we all wear our poppies, but in America they go the extra mile. I've got two of my cousins US Marine Corps, so I know what they do, you know, and we are far less than that. And what they're doing out there, terrific, and well done him. Yeah. Well done, Megan, well done him.
Wow, did I just hear Robert Jobson say that? Well done, Megan, well done, Harry. Wow, my family. Weird. I'll say it's weird. It's weird hearing that from Robert Jobson. It's very, very much weird to hear him say, well done, Megan, well done, Prince Harry. My family, you've heard what he basically has said. In America, the military treats their veterans very well. And you've seen how they have treated Prince Harry very well, and also Meghan. Very well, my family. Meghan, as the wife of a veteran, treated so well. So my family, basically, Harry's in a place whereby he's treated very well. And we have seen how in Britain, as a veteran, Harry has been treated so appallingly, but they want him back alone once again. Without Meghan or Archie or Libedana, his family. Harry and Meghan are not coming back. After what they've done to Meghan, even in particular, after what they've done to Meghan, the pain they put her through, Meghan is not coming back to abuse. She's not. And it's high time that the carnival of so-called experts and Wikimedia understand that Meghan is not coming back. Harry is not coming back, my family. My family, abuse drove Harry and Meghan away. Abuse won't bring them back. And it's high time that these individuals let go of Harry and understand that Harry's home is wherever Meghan, Archie, and Libet are. And Harry already is at home with Meghan, Archie, and also Libedana. And Harry will find his own way always to show respect and support to members of the military, to people in the military. That's what Harry will always do. My family. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Love goes on forever, and may God bless you all, my family. May God bless you all, my family. Stay tuned to our next video. Love goes on forever. And thank you, Harry and Meghan, for your service and for what you do. And all these attempts of the firm targeting, what Harry loves, it won't make Harry come back. It will remind Harry that he made the best decision ever, protecting his family, Meghan, Archie, Lilibet, and taking his family away from a toxic environment. My family, stay tuned to our next video. Love you all and forever, and may God bless you all, my family. It's high time world experts, Wikimedia, trolls online, hear Harry's words and understand Harry's words. Harry is at home, and his home is with Meghan, Archie, and Libedana. Stay tuned for our next video. Love you all and forever. And what God has put together, let no man or woman separate Harry and Meghan. Stay tuned to our next video. Love you all and forever. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, Stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.